It also comes with a reel. That's when reels were real. Hello, hello, this is Julie. I am a picker, a thrifter, a seller, a buyer. Well, not so much a buyer, but I'll explain why. And I sell my wares on or in my eBay store, ATTIC TREASURES FLEA MARKET. I do vintage, antiques, secondhand, and uniques. And right now, I am in one of my 2 storage garages. And this is another episode of Shop My Shelves. And up front, I'm going to apologize for the traffic in the background. My storage facility is off a main drag. And you might hear pitter-patter also because I'm doing this in between raindrops. I was hoping the sun would come out, but not today. It's spring in April in Maine, so be it. Anyway, what I do is I'm trying to declutter, purge items from my storage garages, which is why I'm not buying right now. For the next 8 months, my goal is to whittle down from 2 storage garages to 1. Right now, I'm in storage garage number 1, and I will, at the end of this, show you a panoramic view of what this garage has. And in a couple of weeks or less, I'm going to update that picture so that you get a different view as things start to disappear, or maybe a few things start coming in, because I am still picking. I have a honey hole nearby that I probably visit at least once a week. I am trying to be more selective, and those items, I will probably show those on a short reel, and those items eventually will make it into one of my 2 storage garages. But what I'm doing is purging, decluttering, getting things listed up on my eBay, and I want this to be successful over the next 8 months. I'm actually playing a game, and I want you to play along with me. I am seeking your help in maybe picking items that you see here that you would like to see, or up on my eBay, or just talk about, or let me know in the comments what those items might be, or maybe some of the items that I'm going to show you today, what your favorite one was. And what I do with this game is I have numbers, I guess it's 10 through 40, 30 days worth of numbers that I will reuse on old business cards. And I drop them in this bowl and I pick, and that is the number of items that we will pick from my storage garage here today, show you, talk about them, and then after this is done, they get put in my car, taken home, cleaned up, whatever needs to be, photographed, and put into my eBay store. So I am going to pick a number, put this bowl on the side, and what do we have here? We have 36. Ooh. Okay, so I better get moving. It says it's 47 degrees out there. Feels like 37. And my hands are going to get cold. My feet will probably be cold. But I'm dressed accordingly. So let's get to it. What do we start with? What do you want to see? Let's see. First and foremost, 2 weeks ago, I showed you 2 glass swung vases. And I have yet to get them posted up in my eBay. And this is my dilemma. There are a lot of glass companies back in the day that made swung vases. All the top names, sometimes the low end ones, and the ones that I have probably are on the low end side because they are clear glass. I think the desired is color. My dilemma is that There's like over 1,500 listings of swung glass vases on eBay. And the prices, I mean, they max. They go from like $10 to $1,000, if you can believe that. The average sale price appears to be between, say, 100 and 200. But there's just so much, you know. There's a, I guess, what do you call it? It's the new rage. It has been. It's not brand new. I know. I've been hearing about swung vases for a bit, and I showed you 2 swung vases 2 weeks ago, and I came upon another one, which, you know, only made my dilemma even worse. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take, most of my listings are buy it now on eBay. That means you like the price, you like the item, you buy it, it's yours. But eBay also has auctions. And, you know, every so often I like to stir things up a bit. And that's what I'm going to do with these vases. I'm going to start it at 99 cents and see where the price goes. It's kind of exciting. You know, I risk selling a nice vase at a low price, but I also, in all fairness, whatever the rage is with these vases, may it go to the best winner. Let's put it this way. You know, another rage that I've seen, and I had one, and it sold today. It sold this morning. The fairy lamps. I don't know what the craze is. I don't know what the hype is, but somebody got themselves a very nice fairy lamp, and that was my only one. So anyway, these are the 3 vases, swung vases, that I'm going to be, and I'll show you just some. This one is, no, this one's fine. It's got beautiful fingers, a beautiful body. And these do need to get cleaned up a little bit better. This is one. The other one has a boo-boo on the bottom, and I'll show you that if you can see it. It's on the base. It's a beautiful, thick glass, heavy-footed or heavy-bottom swung vase with that kind of a base bottom to it. And if it weren't for that boo-boo, that would be really nice, but I'll put that one. And this is another one. Again, I am uncertain of the maker for any of these vases. This one is very unique in that it's striated or very finely ribbed. And there's the bottom of that one. And that one has quite an opening. So that'll be, I'm going to put them up for auction one at a time, 10-day auction, and see where it takes me. And we'll start with our first item, because I'm not including these items as far as the 36 items that I need to show you today. But full flowers, pretty. One of my themes in the recent weeks has been spring, so that'll be one of my listings. And then, you know, who doesn't need fake grass? This is just I don't know where I got this, but I've had it a while, and I used it for decor when I had a booth at an antique mall. I never had it for sale, or maybe I just didn't have a price tag on it at the time. It's on a styrofoam base. It's fake grass. So, you know, if you have trouble growing grass, you can buy yourself some fake grass. Along with spring, I've made quite a few listings of I've purged a lot of my white milk glass, and I found a plate this morning that is white milk glass. I do like white milk glass, and you know, it's a love-hate kind of relationship I feel out there, but I like it. And when I think of white milk glass, I think of spring, or when I think of spring, I think of white milk glass. Let's see, I think my last episode I displayed this, but it wasn't going to be put up for sale yet, because honestly I didn't know what this was. And I made a short on this, and I got some great responses. By the way, when you guys leave comments on my videos, I love it. I love it. And it's just fun to get input. I'm not a know-it-all. I don't know it all. I've been, you know, selling on eBay for 27 years, but you know, I have fun with it, and I'm always learning. I think we're always learning. But some of the best responses, I got lots of responses. I do believe that this was some kind of a textile spool. Iron ends, wooden spool. It's got the old green paint, kind of chippy. But I'm gonna put that up in my eBay, and I don't know. I think that's the best thing now that I kind of got input from you guys. I'm also trying to clear my area of some things that are like in my way, or on top of things. I'm trying to minimize piles, and here I've got a bunch of, oh, I guess you could say, things that are in my way. So we're gonna get these out of here, and let's see. These are the drying racks and cup racks. I've got two of these. They slip on your shelf and they hang your cups. I can show you, although you probably know what I'm talking about. And I've got two of those that I'm going to just put together and get listed. I have, you know, these are all kind of vintage in some way, or vintage colors. I have this drying rack for plates, and I've got a red one, and a black one that's very similar to the one I just showed you, and a larger green. If you see me taking off tags, it's because, ooh, and the dust is not extra. Remember, we're in one of my storage garages, so things do tend to be a little dusty in here at times. Anyway, if you see me pulling tags, it's because at one time it was probably in my booth at the antique mall. I'm not there anymore. Matter of fact, it's been 1 year ago that I left that booth, and I'm not missing it. I do miss curating, but I don't miss it. I'm having a lot of fun in my own garages, on YouTube, and this is somewhat of a new venture for me on YouTube, and in my eBay store. And then I have one last rack. It's a fold out. Let's see if I can, yeah, there we go. If you can envision this. And that's, you can fold it up and store it away. So I've got those. That will clear up some space There's one area where I've got a bit of a pile. Okay, my hands are getting cold, so I don't know if it'll warm my hands, but take a gulp of coffee, hot coffee, and if you, I think I told you before, I like my coffee light and sweet, and I hope you're joining me today with your cup of coffee or cup of tea. Let's see. Talking about tea, I'm going to show you some cups and saucers that I have. And it's Sasaki Colorstone. It's a matte white set of 6 cups and saucers. And I'm not going to take them all down, but made in Japan. It's a nice, solid set. Just white, simple white, and I'll show you the back of that and the saucer. And I have a serving set of 6. Nice, very nice set. And then, you know, last year, like I said, when I closed my booth, before I closed it, and you'll have to go back to one of my earlier videos, like a year ago, where I was trying to make room for all the stuff that I was pulling out of my very large booth. And at one time I had two booths. But I ended up getting a third storage space, had garage sales curated all last summer, and was successful to just be able to sell enough things so that I could consolidate everything that I had into my 2 storage garages. But one of the things that I did is I came in here and went against my grain, because I hate throwing things out. I'm not a throw out kind of person. I kind of save everything. And you know, it's like you find this special cup or special plate, and you think that, well, I'll hold on to this because I might be able to find its partners. Well, what I did is I did a real case of purging last April, and that was going through. All I did really was my glassware. You know, I had a lot of single glasses, single mugs, and I literally purged, trashed them. And like I said, that went against my grain. But I did video that, and I'm going to show that to you. I have some other things that I might be purging, but I may not quite do that yet. And one of them, whoops, I guess I won't be able to take this down without taking off the cups. I have some singles of mugs or cups that I just don't want to throw away. But I may have to. But I'm going to try first to see if I can sell them on eBay. And let's see if I can get this down without creating a total conundrum. I have this. This is a, I don't know. I call it a tabletop iron metal. It's somewhat painted like a pale cream with some gold highlights. See if you can see that. And you know, I honestly don't know what this is, but I've been using it for a cup muck. And I've got these cups that I've hung from there, and these are the, I guess you could say, the singles, the ones that, you know, need another home that I don't plan on trashing quite yet. But we're going to try to see if we can give them a second life. And what I've done is I've just put them up on the little cup holder, and I'm going to spin this around. You can see the mark on that one. I think that one's kind of wiggling around. And again, these are probably a little dirty, dusty. This one, I'll have to take off just because, just in case I have any one that says it's from Illinois. Greetings from downtown Crystal Lake, Illinois. So if you're from Illinois, Crystal Lake, got a mug for you. And there we go. So I'm not gonna trash them. I'm not gonna purge them, but they need a new home, and I'll give that a try. What else? Oh, let's see. I'm gonna have to reach up and get this. And I've been trying to, like I said, purge my white milk glass, and you know, punch bowls are a hard seller. I think I've got one punch bowl listed in my eBay store. It's a complete set, and this is a complete set too. But I find them fascinating, and I think punch bowls should have a comeback. So maybe let's start a comeback. Let's bring punch bowls back. This is the white milk glass fruit design, beautiful pattern, and I have to be careful because I've got the cups inside, and I have the holders. Now, usually when you're obviously setting up your punch bowl, you're setting it up with the punch bowl cups on the outside of the bowl. But for the purpose of storing, all the cups are on the inside. So that is a complete punch bowl set. I'm serious. Let's make punch bowls cool again. All right, let's see. A couple of months ago, I had a subscriber buy a milk bottle from me, and I hope you're liking it. I have some more milk bottles. These aren't as special as that one. Well, maybe they are, I don't know. I think that one said chocolate milk. These milk bottles are a little more vintage. These two are the same. They're, what are they, half pints. And I'll just show you that they appear to be the same, the print on the bottom. And I'll put those up as a set. And then I have another one here that is a little different. It's also a half pint, and it says half pint right there. Milk bottle. And this one is a Maine Seal, number 1. 1 quart liquid. If you're able to see that. All of these milk bottles are in great condition. They just need a little clean. And then this one I'll have to check, see if this place is still in business. That's what's kind of nice, you know, when I get things like this, it's always fun to do the research. Let's see, this one is Footman's Dairy out of Brewer, Maine. It's a 1 quart milk bottle, and it's got the advertisement right there on the front. Let's see if I'm able to make sure you can see that. And then on the back it says, if it's homogenized, there is cream in every drop. It tastes better. And that's what that says there on the back, if you can see that. That's a unique one. And that's just the bottom. Again, nice to see some local advertising. So that's it. I have to do my count here. I hope you're checking me. I want to make sure. What's my number? 36. All right, I think I'm done with this side. I'm going to turn the camera to the other aisle and meet you over there. There I am. Okay. I think that should be good. Warm up those hands. I gotta warm up my hands. Yeah, I had an old sled here last video, and I think I kept on bumping into it, so I did move it. You know, the other rage, or the other I don't know, big thing are these hens on a nest. So if you have hens on a nest, I guess it's got some value. I don't have a complete set. I've just got the hen without the nest. But it's a white milk glass. Just the hen. He needs to find his nest. All right. These are terracotta. Somebody had crafted these, and I just thought, you know, along with spring, these are nice. I have 4 of them. I'll sell them. I'm not certain how I'll sell them. I may sell them as a set of 4 or as singles. But they've got impressions, nature or floral type impressions. They're just terracotta tiles. That's one. Different sizes and different designs. Two more. And I don't know who the artist is, but I thought that they're great. So I've got 4 of those. That is nice. All right. You know, the sun just might be peeking out. It might be peeking out. So in hopes that it does, I'm going to bring this up, and maybe this will bring me some sunshine, or at least some warmth, because it is chilly in here. This is a metal can that was pierced. Design of a sun. I guess you put a candle in there. You know, you can have this out on your picnic table, protected from the wind, and hope for sun. What else? Let's see. I had listed a bunch of tulip things a couple weeks ago, so I came upon this. All this is a single wall plate. It does include the screws. It's made of resin, but it is for a light switch. It's a light switch plate, and it's got the tulips. Single plate, which I had more, and it does. I've got the screws that go with it. So, just a single plate, however. What else? Let's see. I don't know. Let's pick. I'm going to pick some. I think I've got 2 fish bowls. So I'm going to pick 2 fish bowls. This is a pedestal fish bowl, or footed. Again, a little dusty in there. I think the height I have on this one is 6.5 inches. And then that's that one. This one's just round, like a globe. And I wrote a 7-inch height for that fish bowl. Perfectly round. So, you know, if you have some fishes and they need a new bowl, or you want to get more fishies, I've got bowls for you. Let's see, I'm gonna, juice reamers. I've sold quite a few of the glass reamers, and I have these 2 that are vintage that actually come with their jar. The top is plastic, and this one is specifically Gemco, Gemco, and it's got a 2-cup glass jar. So you can unscrew that. You've got your juice that goes in there. You do your reaming, and it's the juice reamer. With its jar. This one, I don't have a name on this one, but it appears to be the same, about 2 cups. This one had rib sides. This one has smooth sides. So, again, you've got your juice reamer and its jar. I had listed, I've got about a half a dozen teapots. So I came across another one this morning on my shelves. When I had done those teapots, I thought I had gotten all my teapots, but obviously I had not. This one's False-Craft, and I believe the pattern is Yorktown. That pattern is on both sides. It's somewhat of like a grayish off-white, and is nice and clean inside. Put that lid down so I can show you the bottom. And that is very nice. So that's an old discontinued pattern. Let's see. I am trying to think if I showed you 36 items. I'm gonna hold on 1 minute. I need to grab my little list and my card. Yep. $36. So, oh, how could I have forgotten? There is one big thing that I wanted to show you. I should have shown you that right from the start, but I didn't. So what I'm gonna do might be easier. Now I'm gonna turn that camera around because it's actually been in my way of where I place my camera. And now once I get that out of here and listed on my eBay, it won't be in my way. So let me turn this around one more time. And I'm actually going to put these over here. I'll need a little bit of a surface to show you this item. And I don't want to break it. Okay, what I'm going to show you is a Bell and Howell Filmo 8mm picture master. And this is heavy. And I'm not hoping that you can see that well. And I will try to pick it up once it's out of the case. But again, it is heavy. It's got itself a case. And there we go. Comes with a cord. And I don't know anything about film machines. It also comes with a reel. That's when reels were real. Oops. Nothing got damaged, I promise. A Bell and Howell picture maker. And I'm just gonna do a 180 or a 360. And then put it back in its case where it's nice and safe. Yeah, when you have cold hands. Let's see, like I said, it comes with the cord that attaches to the back, a plug, and a movie reel. So, it's a projector with a real reel. And that, I believe, my friends, is my 36 items today. I appreciate you doing this with me and bringing, I enjoy this quite a bit. I do enjoy your comments. I do enjoy your input. And just a reminder, I am in this garage. This is garage number 1. Every Friday, and we play the same game. But I do hope for your help with the game. I do ask for your suggestions. Take a look at the panoramic view that I have provided you at the end of this. See if there's something that you eyes by. And then I'm in my other garage number 2, on Tuesdays. And I'm going to be doing this twice a week because it's a great incentive for me to get things listed on my eBay, in my eBay store. And be patient with me because usually after I do one of these, everything gets put into my car, it gets taken home, gets cleaned, it gets photographed, it gets listed. It's a bit of a process, but it usually takes me a few days And it can take me several days sometimes to get everything listed. And then, like I had told you about those swung bases, if I have trouble researching something and really not knowing how to list it or what price to put on it, then sometimes that delays me even further. Most of the time I'm pretty good with getting things up in a pretty timely manner. And you know, just a reminder, don't trust Google Lens, because you can use them I use them for sometimes when I don't know. It's my first go-to. It helps me it points me in the right direction. But Google Lens can give you incorrect information. And you know, when I list things up on my eBay, I want to make sure that I'm correct, that I'm not misrepresenting the item that I'm listing. And sometimes it just requires a little more legwork. But anyway, thank you. If you have visited my eBay store, I thank you. And if you haven't, I encourage you to do so. And until we see each other again, enjoy and stay warm wherever you are.